Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, I'm asking my viewers to help me lift a curse. I seem to run into bad luck every fucking Thanksgiving. I talked about 5 of them in my last video, but I realized I actually left out a lot in my last video. There's a lot more curses every Thanksgiving. Um, in 2017, I was working at another technology startup, and I ran into drama, and I ended up not. I was going to go to a computer game conference, but I missed it because there's so much drama at my workplace, and that's all right. I've gone to more since then as well. In 2015, I was working at another place, and once again, I got into a lot of drama just before the holiday season, and just put me in a bad mood. When I thought I literally counted down the last 10 or 20 Thanksgivings, and I haven't had very many positive ones. The only real positive one was in 2020 when I spent Thanksgiving in Wallace, Idaho. Right, you guys remember that time? I was free, nobody to judge me for being single, and I wrote the #1 AI for the game of backgammon. And the funny thing about the 2017, well, I left that job just after the holiday. It was just in December. Now, I was programming the AI for the game of Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is a train connection game, and they've done various variations of the game. And I had planned to write an AI for the Poland variation of Ticket to Ride in commemoration of Mary Curry's anniversary. July 18, 2023 is when I wanted to release it. I ended up not, but that was the day I wanted to release it. And but then I looked at the calendar and I realized something interesting. At the technology company I was working at, when you left, everything that you created within 5 years of the day you leave technically belongs to the company. And so I waited until right after the 5 year anniversary since I left to start the Ticket to Ride Poland, because if I became famous for writing the game as a tribute to Mary Curry, I wanted to own it by myself. And I literally recorded a video of myself starting the AI for that game just so I could document that. And so it turned out to be okay. But that Thanksgiving, I ran into a lot of drama too. It was in 2022. I was working at a tutoring center, and uh, I ran into drama with my boss. I've learned the hard way that a lot of times at your workplace, your performance review has a lot more to say about how you vibe with other people rather than if the students got a lot out of you, right? You could teach somebody in such a way that they end up winning a Nobel Prize, and if you don't vibe well with your colleagues and the boss, and by vibing well, some of this is outside of your control, right? It could be religion, it could be differences in body energy, right? And right now I vibe really well with my latest job, but I gotta be mindful because a lot of my colleagues don't vibe as well, and I really despise it. I'm trying to remember that the job is only a means to an end, right? It's how I pay my bills so I can write the #1 AI for Ticket to Ride Poland and someday develop something out of it, right? It's how I accumulate strategic metals like indium and bismuth. I'm trying to remember it's only that. If I think of it in that regard, it's a lot easier for me to see past these, right? Maybe these people don't vibe as well with the boss. Maybe they'll go to another job and find their tribe, right? I'm trying to remember that. It's really tough to remember it that way, though. I tend not to like to do a job only as a means to an end, right? That's why many years ago I was a sperm donor, if you can believe that. And now, when I went to donate sperm, was it because I thought I had the best genes in the world and I wanted to pass them down? No, no. I did it so that I could take that money and do other things that were meaningful to me, right? And that's why I didn't stay that way very long. I didn't last, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.